Portugal can feel like one of the easiest trips in Europe, until you try to force Lisbon, Porto, Algarve, Sintra, Douro Valley, Madeira, and the Azores into the same week. That is the mistake many first-time travelers make. They look at the map, see a small country, and assume 7 days is enough for everything. But Portugal rewards focus. And this 7 days in Portugal itinerary is not designed to see the whole country. It is designed to give you a beautiful, realistic first trip with less rushing and more time to actually enjoy the places you came for. Day 1 starts in Lisbon. And this is the first smart decision. Lisbon should be your arrival gateway, but not a day you overload. After a long flight, keep it simple. Walk through the old streets, find a viewpoint, enjoy the tiled buildings, settle into the rhythm of the city, and recover. This is not the day to chase every neighborhood. Lisbon is layered. It has hills, viewpoints, trams, waterfront walks, old streets, food, music, and a very specific atmosphere. But if you try to see it all on arrival day, the trip starts tired. So let day 1 be your soft landing, because Portugal gets better when you do not rush it. Day 2 is your real Lisbon day. This is when the city starts opening up. Explore the historic neighborhoods, walk through narrow streets, take in the viewpoints, enjoy the waterfront, and let the city feel a little slower than other European capitals. Lisbon works well because it gives you history, beauty, food, and atmosphere without needing a complicated route. But here is the mistake to avoid. Do not turn Lisbon into a checklist of every viewpoint, every tram street, every museum, and every food stop. Choose a few strong areas. Leave space to wander. Some of Lisbon's best moments happen between the famous places. A quiet street, a sudden view over the rooftops, a cafe you did not plan. That is why the second day should feel full, but not forced. Day 3 is where many Portugal itineraries start to break. This is the day for Sintra or Cascais. Not always both. Sintra is magical, dramatic, green, and filled with palaces, hills, gardens, and fairy tale scenery. Cascais is easier, coastal, sunny, and relaxed, with beaches, seaside walks, and a softer pace. Both can be worth visiting. But if your timing is tight, trying to force both into the same day can make the experience feel rushed. So choose the mood you want. Choose Sintra if you want palaces, misty hills, and a more cinematic day trip. Choose Cascais if you want coastline, ocean air, and a more relaxed break from the city. This is the first big lesson of Portugal travel planning. The best day is not always the one with the most stops. It is the one that gives each place enough room to work. Day 4 is your transition to Porto. And this day should be treated carefully. A lot of travelers make the mistake of turning a travel day into a full sightseeing day. They check out, move between cities, carry luggage, arrive, check in, and still expect to visit several major places. That is how a good Portugal itinerary becomes tiring. The move from Lisbon to Porto is not difficult, but it still takes time and energy. So use this day wisely. Travel north, arrive in Porto, settle in, take a first walk, and let the city introduce itself slowly. Porto has a different feeling from Lisbon. It is moodier, more compact, more textured, and deeply atmospheric. And that contrast is what makes the route work. Here is the mid-trip reset. The biggest mistake is not choosing Lisbon or Porto. Both are worth it. The mistake is trying to add Algarve, Madeira, Azores, multiple beach towns, and too many day trips into the same 7 days. The Algarve is beautiful. Madeira is incredible. The Azores are unforgettable. But for a first 7-day mainland Portugal itinerary, they are better saved for a longer trip or a separate journey. Trying to add everything can make Portugal feel rushed when it should feel enjoyable. Day 5 is your Porto day. This is where the trip slows down in the best way. Walk through the old town, explore the riverside, cross the bridges, find viewpoints, and enjoy the atmosphere around the Douro River. Porto is not a city you need to attack with a long checklist. It works better when you let it unfold. Old buildings, steep streets, tiles, river views, small cafes, and golden light over the water. This is the payoff after the movement from Lisbon. And because Porto is more compact, it can feel easier to enjoy in a short itinerary. But the same rule applies. Do not overpack it. Choose the riverside, the old town, a viewpoint, maybe a food or wine moment, and let the day breathe. Day 6 is the scenic peak of the itinerary. This is the day for the Douro Valley or another meaningful nearby experience. The Douro Valley gives you river landscapes, terraced hills, scenic views, and a completely different side of Portugal. It is one of the best ways to end the trip because it takes you beyond the cities without forcing a completely new region into the route. But again, the key is focus. Do not try to combine too many distant places into the same day. Choose one strong experience: a scenic valley day, a river-focused day, a cultural day near Porto. The goal is not to collect names. The goal is to make day because after Lisbon and Porto, the Douro Valley gives the itinerary a final cinematic lift. Day 7 should be simple. And that might sound less exciting, but it is one of the smartest parts of the route. Use the final morning slowly. Take one last walk, enjoy a cafe, look at the river or the city one more time, and build in a return buffer. Depending on your flights, you may depart from Porto or return toward Lisbon. But do not make the final day too tight. A train connection, airport transfer, luggage, checkout, and an international flight can create stress if there is no margin. A calm final day protects the whole trip. So, who is this 7 days in Portugal itinerary perfect for? It is best for first-time travelers who want a strong introduction to Portugal without trying to see the entire country. You get Lisbon as the emotional starting point, Sintra or Cascais as a focused day trip, Porto as the slower atmospheric payoff, and the Douro Valley as the scenic peak. It is not a complete Portugal tour, and it should not be. If you have 10 to 14 days, you can start adding the Algarve, more coastal towns, extra day trips, or a slower route between Lisbon and Porto. If you want Madeira or the Azores, they deserve their own space. But with only 1 week, fewer regions usually create a better Portugal trip. That is the main lesson. Do not plan Portugal like a checklist. Plan it around rhythm. Lisbon first, one focused day trip. Porto next, Douro Valley as the highlight, and a final buffer before leaving. Because the best Portugal itinerary is not the one with the most places. It is the one where each place actually has time to feel special. If you are still choosing your travel month, watch the Portugal Best Time to Visit guide next, because the season you choose can completely change this itinerary.